He's brought me back another one. Yo, Joe Budden basically, addressed the latest news on the UMG situation when it comes to Drake. And, he said something very profound when it comes to basically the past or most recent lawsuits against UMG and every other artist, how they basically were just going after the rights for their albums or the rights for their music or the rights to retire or stuff like that. And here comes Drake, basically was trying to do what the prosecutors was trying to do with Young Thug's case and basically say, hey, these lyrics, hey, they need to be tossed out, though. This is defamatory, this is illegal, and all of this other stuff. Basically being selfish, like, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time talking about the fact that he's trying to do this for other artists. So UMG hit them back like, bro, this is illogical. Like, what he's doing is stupid. Why didn't he try to get back Take Care or try to get back ownership of Thank Me Later, right? Like, why are you trying to just stop this one song? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, let me know what y'all think.
Do we want to bother reading? I'll read it so they could not say that we didn't read shit. Oh, they're just up there talking out their ass. Bring back the journalists. Let's see. Petitioners Rule 202 petition arises out of an ongoing feud between two prominent rap artists. Petitioner, stage name Drake, and Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, stage name Kendrick Lamar. UMG distributes the recordings of both of these artists. Beginning in the spring of 2024, Petitioner and Kendrick Lamar each released recordings containing lyrics which attack the other performer, which are known within the genre as diss tracks. This rap battle culminated in a recording by Kendrick Lamar called Not Like Us, released in May 2024, to which Petitioner has taken offense. Rather than addressing his grievances with Kendrick Lamar, Petitioner has resorted to strategic legal retaliation against UMG and others in an apparent effort to pressure them to limit the distribution of Not Like Us. The TCPA protects parties from this exact kind of legal retaliation by providing an expedited process to summarily dismiss legal actions, including petitions for pre-suit depositions. It sounds like UMG saying, man, what a bitch.
Well, they said that in the first statement to the public.
And it sounds like they're doubling down.
Yeah. Hey, Court, can you call him?
Hey, call him a me. No, that is what it sounds like. Yeah, I don't know any other way to slice it. I know last time this came up, a lot of people, and I've heard a lot of people say, Joe, you're normally with bucking the system.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, but this is kind of why I'm not in support of that here. I support diss records.
You do?
Yeah.
I support being able to say whatever you want to say about your opponent as an art of expression in a record.
I'm not sure if using the system is bucking the system either, by the way.
If what?
Using the system is bucking the system.
I mean,
using the system, debatable.
It could be, I guess.
Debatable. Could be a form
using one system to buck another system.
Right? Like, now that the cat's out the bag and Drake has mentioned it in his suit, when the beef was going on, I think I was like, yo, let's read the bottom of these Kendrick releases to see. This Interscope here just looks funny after the PG Lang announcement. Now you come to find out that he did some type of short-term arrangement with UMG to see if they could, prove themselves. I think Drake might have just read that wrong too. I think he read the whole shit wrong. I think he looked at the short-term deal thing kind of like he looked at Meek being on tour, which is, all right, I've been in bed with them. I've been made them all this money. I've been me. You trying to get there with this short-term shit. I could probably maybe use some of my impact to crush you and prove my worth.
Yeah. I think he read a lot of things wrong in this.
Yeah.
And I just think he read it wrong. And my only issue with the lawsuit, again, I'm not mad at nobody that's wanting to sue their label. I'm mad at the why and the how and the when. I don't like the reasons. I have here some of the other times that the labels have been sued, and I support most of them. Here we go. Kanye West, 2019, against EMI. Kanye sued EMI claiming his contract was akin to servitude because it prevented him from retiring. The lawsuit was settled later that year. I'm in support of it. Lil Wayne, Cash Money, 2015. Wayne sued for $51 million, claiming breach of contract and unpaid royalties related to his album, The Carter 5. The case was settled in 2018. I'm in support of. Mace 2020 against Bad Boy. Mace criticized Diddy and Bad Boy Records for withholding rights to his music catalog, which he sought to buy back. I'm with it.
I am too.
2009, JoJo against Blackground Records. JoJo sued for being held in a restrictive contract, which she eventually exited. Tyga against Cash Money and Young Money 2018 claimed he was owed over $1 million in unpaid royalties. The dispute was resolved out of court. Like, you
All
see the
these things-
trend?
Yes.
Now, like I said, in most cases, in most situations, most artists are trying to get rights to their music. They felt like they were abused. Like in Tyga's situation, I believe, didn't get no royalties for Hotel California. To me, one of the greatest albums from front to back. It was amazing. And he's trying to get his ownership, you know what I'm saying, or his rights or his royalties. Like people who makes these great music and these great albums and stuff like that, a lot of times they be abused and used by the label, and we're always against the label. This is the first time that we're all collectively, even people who's against labels, are like, bro, all right, the artist now is kind of stupid. What is he doing? He's fighting against another artist, self-expression. You're going against another artist. You're not going against UMG. You see what I'm saying? To me, in my opinion, but that's why UMG is actually telling the court or the people like, hey, why isn't he trying to take this up with Kendrick Lamar? This is a problem that you have with him, not the label. So it's like kind of like passive aggressively pointing fingers and snitching. And that's the worst part about all of this, because like to add icing on the cake is the fact that he even had it on his lawsuits that he's trying to do this for other artists in the future. There's no other artist in the future, I'm pretty sure, is going to sue for defamation. All right. There's like, I highly doubt in the next 100 years that's ever going to happen. I think Drake is probably the only human being that would ever sue another artist for defamation. We've already had diss songs, like I said, about people passing away and people making diss songs about them right after. And we hadn't gotten no lawsuits and none of that. So I don't think the PDF file, rap bar, which to me isn't solely about Drake, it's more about Drake's camp. I don't think that's as dangerous or messed up as someone whose life is already lost and someone is making a song dissing that person, thanking God that their life is lost. I don't think that's as bad as that, in my opinion, in terms of lawsuit. I think the more proper lawsuit is the one that's actually talking about someone that's passed away. I think that's someone that should file a lawsuit, but we wouldn't even be thinking like this in music because we're not thinking to file lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? So if we're going to get legal, let's get legal, in my opinion. So I just feel like the whole entire situation when it comes to UMG and Drake, I just feel like Drake is like Scorned. It's like watching your ex go to a better boyfriend, and he's a better boyfriend, like he's a better rapper than you, he made better music than you and everything, and you felt like you were the best person for that girl ever. Like she could never get nothing better than this because of how much she propped me up and how much she loved me, right? For his first 4 or 5 albums, right? So now you got Kendrick Lamar, he's the new, cachet, the new dog in town, and business-wise, right? And he just took the girl and just ran away, in terms of, to me, how I see Drake sees it. Like he sees UMG as his girl. That's his bottom bitch. You know what I'm saying? So seeing your bottom go trick for someone else, it's like, what? But in my opinion, that's not fair, because if you look at how Not Like Us from the jump, first 2 seconds, the song was already a viral hit from the way that it made people feel, the way that it made people dance, the way that it made people smile and enjoy themselves and run around. For the first week, it was like glory, and then people just kept playing it over and over again, and it got redundant, right? But in terms of that first time, come on, like it's nothing like that first time. That's why UMG is like, oh, we in love with Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? And Drake sees that, and I feel like he is scorned and in pain. And there's nothing worse than scorning a Scorpio, because I feel like they're the sign that's extremely, extremely petty. When their heart is broken, they are going to try to sting you so bad because they have to show you how you kind of made them feel. But he's a little bit, I feel like he's softer than average Scorpio. I don't think a lot of Scorpios are passive aggressive, and that's where I'm like, I wonder what his other signs placements are. Like he has to have a passive aggressive sign in his moon, but that's going down a whole nother route. I honestly feel like the best thing that Drake should have ever done, and I know a lot of people gave him this advice, is just make music. And when I mean make music, I mean make hardcore rap music. He did everything but rap. He did the mumble stuff, the mumble hype. No Face was the closest to him possibly doing something that I liked. And if he would have kept that going, he would have had a better recovery. Or he could have took a break for like 6 to 7 months. He could have came out right now, drop an album right now, like out of the blue. We ain't hear from him in 7 months. No duck lips, none of that, right? He should have stayed off the internet. He should have went 0 dark 30, like, yo, no, I gotta get in the booth in the lab. That's how I know he don't have the spirit of a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a spirit that comes with that. I feel like that's natural. But when you're like a script reader and you're like an actor, you wouldn't have the actual spirit of the actual character that you're trying to portray. You're just good at mimicking that character. So that's just my breakdown on the whole entire situation. Let me know how y'all feel like in the comments below about the whole entire situation. Do you agree with some of the stuff that Joe Budden said? I feel like it's accurate. I feel like anybody who looks at it objectively without having no sides and look at it just like someone who's just looking at the fact that artists are artists. We should be allowed to express ourselves and say how we feel about someone, no matter how nasty it gets. It's almost like it's the only thing that you could do anything with lyrically. Like, look at how music has changed. People don't even say words now. Like, they just make noises and it's a hit. Like, what? Like, that's expression. Like, people just want to feel a lot. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. So let me know. I feel like you can't sue for esoteric, metaphysical words, like on top of a beat that's supposed to just be rhythm and music. I don't think you could really sue. But like I said, Drake is changing the game. He's changing the rap game, and he's making it a lot more Karen-y. Like, if that's the perfect way to say it, he's making it a lot more that, except for how it was back in the day, which was a lot more gritty and grind, and it was like knowledge. People were spitting knowledge, you know, and I feel like he's basically a victim of what he created. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. It's been Bob, back with another banger, man. Peace.